Hey guys, it's Lisa. Welcome to Banning, Panning and Beyond. Today is the 1st of April, so I'm ready to do my next entries, empties and exits video. So I thought I would start with the entries. So I have my laptop here making sure I don't miss anything, except just decided to go to sleep. So I'll just kick that one back over. Okay, so where are we at? The first thing I purchased at the start of March was a green color corrector. So I get a lot of redness around my cheeks. I get it on my chin, and I also have like a permanent pink scar on the tip of my nose from being sunburnt too many times when I was a kid. So after reading a post on Instagram, I decided to give the Jeffree Star Cosmetics, it's called a concealer, but I'm using it as a color corrector. I'm not going to review it just yet. I don't think I'll keep going with it for a while, but I was told by the particular person that posted about it that they felt it was a lot better than like drugstore brands in regards to the quality. So I thought I would give it a go. So anyway, so that was the first thing that I decided to pick up, because I did not have a green color corrector in my substantial stash. You would think that that would be something I would have, but no. So then I had to place an order, an online order for some other medical supplies. So I have started, I'm going to give it away, but basically I've been using eye masks because I'm still suffering with a fair bit of dryness underneath my eye. So I'm getting, I think I've got one left in the fridge, so that'll be used up shortly. So I needed to basically either pay $10 shipping because I fell under the free shipping limit, or I could buy something that I needed to get that free shipping. And because I know that I probably this weekend I will use my last eye mask up, I decided to throw 2 of these in, which will get me through hopefully the next month. Now they were $2.99 each, so I've picked those 2 up, so those will come out of my budget. And then I had to buy a replacement for my makeup remover wipes, so I got those, and they're only worth like $1.80 from the supermarket. So, and they're for removing like makeup and stuff off the back of my hand. I don't use it for cleaning my skin. And the last one that I ordered, so the last entry for this month, I'm really excited about. So I needed some more precise scales. I have got kitchen scales, obviously I've got normal bathroom scales, but they weren't good enough for my panning project. I wasn't getting a very accurate reading. The kitchen ones are just cheap and nasty, and they obviously work better for higher weights. They go up to like 5 kilos, I believe. And I noticed that most people had things were a lot more precise. So I decided to order these, and they were $28.83. So these are all inclusive of tax. So, but I got that, and it just arrived today. So I've pulled it apart, popped the batteries in, and I'm really excited because it's like 0.01 of a gram that it registers up to 500 grams. So that's going to be heaps better for my roulette pan collab. I did struggle with that because I'd put products on there and the scales would constantly jump between like say 4 and 5 grams. So I was never getting a real accurate reading, and it was not precise enough to tell me whether or not there had really been a weight change. So I was really excited, not really a makeup item, but it's still makeup or beauty related, so I decided to take that out of my my budget. So I did I had $80 for this month, because it was 4 weeks that fell in to the month from when I started the project on the 1st of January. So basically I had a rollover from the previous month as well of $18.49. So all up this month I had $98.49 to spend, and I spent $55.66. So I've got $42.83 to roll over to next month. So I'm really happy about that. So yeah, a bit of a range there of different things that I got between makeup, cleansing, you know, skincare, and obviously the scales, which I guess would classify as a beauty tool. So yeah, so I was really happy about those, and happy about the amount of money that I am rolling over into next month's budget. So the next thing I guess I should do is my exits, only because I think there's like one, so I will get that out of the way. And so when I say exits, I mean like declutters. So I am getting rid of this. We'll see whether or not the camera will focus in on that. So the McMax, it's a lip oil. Like the idea of the lip oil, and I didn't react to it, which was really good, but it really smeared when I put it on, and it's like a hot pink. So you imagine getting this hot pink smear around your lips, even if I just put a little bit on. Yeah, so probably would have been really nice if it was like transparent, or like, yeah, translucent I don't think would be the right word for a lip oil. So like a clear lip oil would have been okay, but yeah, I'm decided to get rid of that one just because the color was just not good. So the rest are all empties, not as many as previous months, so I am starting to slow down a little bit. So I'll quickly run through those, and hopefully this month I will remember to take a photo so I can post it before I throw everything out. Last month I was so sort of, after I'd gotten through everything on the last video, it all just sort of, you know, the things that needed to go in the trash went in the trash. Yeah, and didn't get that photo. So that's the empty packet of the whites. So they don't go in the bin. I'll just put them aside there. And you know, there's not really much to say about those. Sorry, I keep wanting to slide closer to the camera, so it's a bad habit of mine. Now this fresh soy face cleanser, see if that will focus, and I was actually really relieved to have this finished. My skin was not in very good condition. I really just thought it was nothing extraordinary at all, so I'm happy to have used that up and moved it out of my collection. I mean, Fresh is not a cheap brand, so I did expect more from that product, but you know, it's gone and I'm happy about it. So so this was a sample I got, so I guess it's an entry and an empty all in the 1 month. I ordered a birthday present for my daughter. I think that's where I got it from. I'm not going to be bothered to bring the spreadsheet up at the moment, but I'm pretty sure that came as a free sample in with her birthday present. So well, she already knows what I got her, so she asked me for it. She wanted the new Jaclyn Hill palette with Morphe, so I got that for her. It's very, very pretty, and I would love to have one for myself. I know that everyone's saying it's not the same formula as the original Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, but from a few people that I know have the palette, that have tested it out, have said the formula is still fine, even though it's not the same. So, but I will find out once my daughter uses hers. Her birthday's not till September, but I got one and I've put it aside for her. So we'll see once she uses it, maybe I'll get a chance to see firsthand how it performs, and whether or not maybe next year I will get one for myself. So we'll see about that. Okay, so now I have a Revlon Youth Effects Fill and Blur primer sample. So that's just really nothing worth saying. It worked fine, and I'm happy to get that out of my collection. So it's another primer down, and now I think that's the last sample sachet that I have in my collection. The rest are all sort of minis and full size products as far as primer is concerned. I thought I'd gotten rid of the Hourglass Veil primer last. I had a little sample pot that I used up, but then I got that sachet, so that's done. I've got a few little more. I did a trip to Mecca with my daughter. She needed to buy something, so I went along and didn't buy anything, but I did actually grab a few more of these sample pots of products. So I finally managed to get the NARS, it's the concealer cream. It's a hydrating one, so I finally got a sample of that to try out in the shade Brulee, and I quite liked it, but I can't say that I actually like it more than the IT Cosmetics one that I've got. So I'd have to do a comparison. I think I know the IT Cosmetics one, it literally, you use such a small amount that it's going to last me forever. So I'm really not worried at this point. And I've even got, I think I've got another one by Terry one, the Denziless concealer. So yeah, they'll probably last me years, so I won't have to worry about that at all. But I can't say that the NARS one was that fabulous that it would knock those two out of the park, and you know, where it'd be like, you know, all out of the ball game. You get what I mean. Okay, now Hourglass Veil primer. So that was a little sample pot that I had that I used up, and under eye primer was another sample I got. It was the same that I had last month. Smashbox. It was the Smashbox one. So I grabbed another sample of that. So that is a really nice primer. So I do think that I will probably be buying that when the time comes. I think I've already mentioned that before. And a repeat sample of the Dr. Dennis Gross Hyaluronic Do It Right Eye Gel. I mentioned before, I really loved the hydration that this brought to my under eye, and that 100% I was going to buy it again when the time came that I was ready for an eye cream for daytime. And after I said that, I actually ended up with a little milia right in the corner here of this eye, and I noticed on one of the online reviews on the Mecca website that somebody mentioned that they'd actually gotten milia after using this product, and I just went, oh wow, because it was right after I'd been using this. So I thought I'd better get another sample. I explained it to the girl, and yeah, and she gave me a decent amount to try it out, and I'm really happy to report that I did not get any more, so I can't blame this product. So yeah, it's still a candidate for repurchase. Okay, so what else have we got here? So I've already given away the fact that I used up one of my eye masks. So that's the Mecca Cosmetica one. It was nice, but probably still too expensive compared to the ones that you can get from the pharmacy. So I don't think I'll be repurchasing that one. That was a sample that was actually given to me. So yeah, and I don't think that it stood out enough to warrant being repurchased. It's probably 3.5, or maybe, no, not quite, roughly 2.5 to 3 times the price of other ones that you can get. The Eve Lom Rescue Mask. It had a really, it's finished up for a while now, so I can't smell it anymore, but it reminded me of like a salicylic acid smell. It was nice but extremely expensive, and yeah, I will not be repurchasing that one. I'm leaving some specifically to last. That's why I'm sort of sorting through as I go through them. So this was a really exciting one for me. It was the Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara, and I have mentioned before that it takes me forever. I don't know why, but it takes me forever to get through mascaras, and I do not throw them out at the 6-month mark like I know you're supposed to. Maybe I'm just one of the lucky ones. I've never had an eye infection from you know, not throwing them out. So but this one, I literally got it down. It was completely and utterly dry. I could not get anything else out of that one, and I already had a couple still on the go, so I'm moving through those ones before I open any more and make sure that, yeah, it's all the currently open ones are used up first. So yeah, but that was just like, it seemed to take me forever to get through that one, and it's finally done, and it's such a small small one as well. So I'll be taking note once I open a brand new one. That's part of my cataloging spreadsheet to see just how long these products are lasting me. Yeah, so anyway, moving on, we have this Colourpop Crystal Amber Setting Spray. I don't think it's not really wanting to focus in there properly, but I did mention in a previous video that I actually ended up with the MAC Fix Plus in this, because I finished that up, like the Colourpop setting spray, I finished that up, but the MAC bottle that I had, the top had actually, the plastic had broken, so I couldn't transport it if I was going away somewhere. Not that that's a problem at the moment with the way everything's going. I won't be traveling anywhere, but at the time I decided to pour the MAC Fix Plus and put it into this bottle, so that's now being used up. So that one is done, and I have like 3 other minis in the MAC Fix Plus as part. I've got a stack of setting sprays, so won't be having to repurchase those anytime soon. So these ones, these are my last empties, and they're all the Sol de Janeiro products that I purchased late last year in a set, like I think it was like a travel set type thing. So there was a 50 ml of the cream, and I absolutely love it. I love the scent, like most people do. It's very thick and luxurious feeling. My husband really liked the scent, which made it even harder to not want to repurchase, but as everyone knows, they're very expensive. I only use the tiniest amount on my lower legs, just, you know, mainly it's where I get dry from shaving, so it's not like I lathered it all over my body. If I did, this just would not have lasted as long as it did. All these products lasted, they sort of all ran out fairly close together. I maybe got like 8 or 9 weeks out of them. So yeah, for the price, I just cannot justify repurchasing. Maybe I will get replacements with a gift card or something if I'm lucky enough at some point in the future to get some from somebody. So yeah, I'm not saying I'll never get it again, but I don't know that I would just use it purchase it out of my budget. My budget's not high enough to warrant buying something so expensive, and in the interim I have heaps of other body lotions to get through anyway, so it's neither here nor there. The Brazilian Crush in the body fragrance mist in the Sol de Janeiro, layered all together between this and the shower gel and the body cream, I found the scent lasted really well. Like I could still smell it on myself 24 hours. Like I'd have a shower, apply it, and I could still smell it 24 hours later when it was time to have my next shower. And I thought this, because of the price per mil compared to, say, a perfume, that this would work out cheaper. But because it only lasted just over 2 months, when I compared it to the price of a bottle of perfume, which is what I roughly, you know, I don't spend a lot, maybe $100 on a bottle, which lasts me maybe a year. This ended up being more expensive, and I think that's because the mist is not as fine when you're spraying it out, so you go through it a bit quicker. So I was looking for justification when all my perfumes are used up to maybe be able to repurchase that, but in the end, yeah, it worked out dearer. So yeah, so the Brazilian Foreplay shower gel, really liked it, went through it much quicker than I probably should have because of the loofah that I was using. I'm now, my loofah in my last Empties, it was starting to get moldy, which I would not continue to use. So I had one of those body, like the puffs. So I started using that with the shower gel, and I found that the shower gel lathered up way better with the puff, and that I didn't, I wouldn't have gone through it anywhere near as fast. So I wish that I had made that discovery sooner, and then that would have still kept going. So out of those 3 products, the shower gel possibly I might repurchase, but again, have too many to get through yet. And while I'm on my no buy, if for some strange reason I managed to get through all my shower gels, which is not going to happen, but if it did, I wouldn't buy it. I'd just stick with soap until I get out of my no buy. So the last 2 that I have got, which was a wonderful surprise, and again, I got these samples when I ordered the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette for my daughter for her birthday. I was so super excited about this because I really wanted to try them and knew that I couldn't afford them. Very expensive, and I have other products to get through in the meantime. So was the shampoo and conditioner from Sol de Janeiro as well. So smells very similar to the Boom Boom cream, but I found that the scent didn't linger in my hair, probably because I was so stingy when I used it, because I wanted the sample to last. So I got 2 uses out of these sample sachets, and maybe if I had been heavier handed, that the scent would have lingered. But based on the fact that I got 2 uses out of these, that's how I was working out how long a full size product would last me and what the cost per mil would be. And yeah, if I decided to go heavy handed, obviously it would just make it that much more expensive and that much less affordable. So that's it. That's all I've got for this month. Not a lot of empties, not a lot of entries, and only the 1 exit. So we'll see how the next month shapes up. I'm predicting that it will probably be even less for next month, but as I've learned, you know, things don't always turn out the way you think that it will. So that's it. So I'll say goodbye. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Oh wait, I did it again. So this will be another one that I'll have to throw in at the end of my video like I did the last one. Where did I put it? Hang on. I wanted to show everyone the look now that I've finished my palette bingo, and I'm not using my Zodiac palette anymore. Today's post on Instagram's challenge. I'm doing 2 challenges this month, so I'm keeping myself busy as well as trying to do my cataloguing and my videos for my channel. But I decided to do a colourful spring challenge, and I can probably pop up the names of the girls on Instagram that are hosting the challenge if anyone wants to check their accounts out. And yeah, I decided to use the Main Squeeze palette for today's look, and the photos didn't show it up real well, and I even see now that the shimmer on the lid is just not showing up very well at all. So I'm going to turn the ring light off and get that camera to readjust. Yeah, it's not. I've moved the camera away from the window, so you probably able to see from the the background behind me. So yeah, hopefully you guys can see it better than what I can in the monitor. But I did want to not only mention I'll show you the look. But I also wanted to, as promised, hi Queenie, I did say that I would give you a shout out. So I will link Queenie's channel, if not the specific video, in the description box. Almost had a mental blank there. So if you'll see that I have changed my application technique of my eyeshadows just after watching one of Queenie's videos on application techniques for women. It's meant to, well, she said it's for over 50s, but I'm 47, so I still think that I'm close enough. I have got a hair hanging off it, got it. Yeah, so it was for women over 50s, you know, because your eyes start to droop, your skin gets creepier, looser, as well as those who have hooded eyes. So I followed her tutorial, and I really liked the way the eyeshadow came out, because you can really see the colour on the upper lid. And it was sort of a technique that I was getting towards with my using my Zodiac palette, but I don't think I quite had the technique down pat. You know, I was kind of just winging it from day to day, knowing that I needed to use that upper lid. But I think the thing that I got the most out of Queenie's tutorial was really lifting my eyebrows up, as you can see, and then just sort of holding this, not pulling on the skin, but just holding it firm when you're applying, just to give you that smoother surface. And that's something that I've always struggled with, so that made a really big difference for me. So if that's something that you're interested in, or that you think applies to you, then by all means, please you know, go and check Queenie's video out, as well as her channel. So alright, I'm definitely going this time. Bye.